Right. Thank you, Mrs. Ha. Okay. Chang Hu, Chagon.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Chang Hu?
Uh, Maybe I'm bored, maybe.
Sorry, you're bored, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to hear that. Jafet.
Hello, teacher.
Xin Chao Jafet. How are you?
I feel pretty sleepy.
You're still sleepy.
I
Okay.
just
I'm
only
glad.
have a little.
Right. I'm glad you made it to class in time. That's good. And Fung Dok Ang. Xin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Fung Dok Ang?
Great, thank you.
Okay, good. All right. We'll start in just a moment, everyone. What we're going to be doing today, by the way, of course, is obviously more speaking. Want to give you more practice just at answering the part one questions a little bit better. For those of you who weren't here last time, who wasn't here last week? Only Huang Ang so far. Okay. In fact, I think we'll start now anyway. Huang Ang, is it summer holidays yet?
For my school, it is.
So you are already on holiday. So do you have to go to school, Huang Ang, next week?
There's still ending ceremony in the Monday, and
Right.
that's the end.
And that's it. Okay. And then how long is your holiday?
Mm, I wouldn't call this a holiday because I gotta take a extra class every single week
Oh,
because
really? Oh, okay.
I'm in the final week
Okay.
before university.
Right. Okay. All right. But you still get some time to relax. Okay, everyone. So who else is here? Ledok Ang, Chagon. Ledok Ang. Oi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. How are you, Ledok Ang?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. And Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
Teacher,
Okay. Chao Gon Ding Lam. How are you?
well, thank you.
Okay, that's great. Okay, everyone. So welcome to class. Great to see you all again. And let's start with today's lesson. So some of you missed the lesson last week. What I was looking at last week was looking at just some of the improvements you could make to the speaking test, which I gave you in Hanoi a couple of weeks ago. So I mentioned that for most students, okay, you need to use more synonyms. All right. Stop using the same word over and over again. Try using synonyms more. That will help get you a better score. Need to practice speaking naturally, not too fast, not too slow. Okay. And all of you need to read, listen, and watch more English to help expand your vocabulary. So we're going to start today with an exercise I did with the students who were here last week. Going to show you some connecting words. I'm just going to share this with you now. We use connecting words to help us make complex sentences. Complex sentences, sentences that have two or more parts, okay? Two or more phrases. The more you can use complex sentences, again, the better score you will get. So one of the ways to help you make complex sentences is to use connecting words. All right, let me just share this with you now. Joachim, Chagon.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Joachim?
I'm doing great today.
Good, good to hear it. Okay, just going to share this with everyone now. Okay, just to start off, everyone, looking at these connectors, all right, to create complex sentences. As I mentioned, complex sentences are sentences that have two or more phrases in them. Complex sentences will help you get a better score, make you sound more fluent, more competent at using English. First one here is however. Kim,
Yes, teacher.
can you read what I've highlighted, please?
However, so shows contrast. I wanted to go for a walk. However, it started raining.
Okay, so however is where you want to show contrast, two different things in one sentence. This is an example. All right, I want everyone to think of a sentence now using the word however. Going to ask you all to give it to me. Okay, think of a sentence similar to this one, just using the word however to help make a complex sentence. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, we'll start with someone who did it last week. Chung Hu.
Yeah,
Okay, give me a sentence using the word however, Chung Hu, please.
I want to go from the work. However, it's already late.
Sorry, however,
It's already late.
it's already late.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Jafet,
Yes.
a sentence with however, please.
Um, I want to take a nap. However, I need to accomplish my homework.
Great. Fong Dok Ang.
I want to buy some grocery. However, the shop are closed.
The shop is closing, or the shops are closing, sorry, or the shop is closing. Okay, that's good. Fung Duk Ang, good example. Le Duk Ang,
Yes.
a sentence with however, please. Okay, everyone, you should be ready for this. You can see the examples on your screen right now. So you know I'm going to ask you this. Are you ready, Le Duk Ang?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to eat, but I wanted to eat. However, I have an online class.
Great. Perfect. Ding Lam.
I want to play game with my friend, but however, my parents allow me.
Okay, good. Good. All right. Actually, Ding Lam made a good point. However and but are like synonyms. Okay, you can use either for this sort of sentence, but I want you to use however. Him,
Yes.
however, please.
I wanted to go watch a movie. However, I forgot my wallet at home.
Okay. However, I forgot my wallet,
I forgot.
or however, I left my wallet at home. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I forgot my wallet at home doesn't make sense. Okay. So it has to be I forgot my wallet or I left my wallet at home. Either one. Huang Ang.
Um, I tried to do the homework, but it was too easy that it took me only 5 minutes to do.
Great. Nok Ang. Chao Gon.
Hello, teacher.
However, please, Nok Ang.
Yeah. Read that. I read that.
Sorry, Nok Ang, I can't hear you very well. Can you start again?
I read that sentence.
Yes. No,
Ah.
make your own sentence, Nok Ang, is what we are doing. Okay? But using the word however, just like we did last week.
I want to hanging out with my friend. However, it's so sunny.
Okay. I want to hang out with my friends. Okay. Not wanting. I want to hang out with my friends. Okay.
Okay.
I want to hang out with my friends. However, it's too late or something like that. Is a better example. All right. Next one here. Therefore. Therefore. Huang Ang.
Yes.
Can you read the sentence, please? Read the sentence I've highlighted.
All right. Therefore, those the result. The shop was closed. Therefore, we went home.
Okay, so everyone going to do the same thing. Going to ask you to give me a sentence using the connecting word therefore. Huang Ang, are you ready?
All right. Uh, I, ch- I, t- I checked my bag and there was no money on it. Therefore, I couldn't go hang out with friends.
Okay, that's fine. Good. Chung Hu,
Um,
therefore, therefore.
uh, I was I was sleeping, therefore I I was prepared to sleeping, therefore I take a break, I think.
No, doesn't quite make sense, Chung Hu. I was sleeping, therefore I didn't hear my phone ring.
Oh,
Is a better sentence, okay?
right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Jafat, therefore. Jafat.
I want to eat an ice cream. Therefore, I go straight to the shop near my house.
Okay, good. Fung Duk Ang, therefore.
I overslept yesterday, therefore I am being late now.
Good. Leduk Ang, therefore.
Someone was eating fast in a restaurant, therefore having a stroke later on.
Sorry, what was the
Afterward
last
on.
part? Therefore,
Uh,
someone was eating fast in the restaurant, therefore.
uh, they got they had a stroke
All
afterward.
right. Okay, therefore they had a stroke afterwards. Okay, very bad for them, but good sentence. Ding Lam,
I got I got a wood map with the final test. Therefore my parents celebrate.
great, good sentence. Jakim,
Um, it was raining really heavy, therefore we decided to stay home.
okay, it was raining really heavily in that
Heavily.
sentence, okay? Heavily.
Yep.
Has to be heavily, has to be the adverb heavily. It was raining very heavily. Good, but good sentence. Nok Ang,
Yes.
therefore.
Mm. Uh,
Ôi, sao lại dừng lại lâu thế con?
All right, remember everyone, you should be ready for this. You know I'm going to ask you all these words, so you should have your sentence ready. You have plenty of time to think of one. Nok Ang,
it is raining now, therefore we can't go out.
that's fine, Nok Ang, okay? So please be ready, okay? It is raining hard now, therefore we can't go outside. Okay, Kiam.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Kiam. Going to get you to start this one, okay? Although introduces a contrast inside one sentence. So the example is, although it was cold, we went swimming. Okay? Although it was cold, we still ate ice cream. Can you think of a sentence, please, Kiam?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
Also, I ran out of money. I
Mhm.
still decided to hang out with my friend.
That's fine. Nok ang.
Yes.
Okay, are you ready? Although.
Although I was sick, I went to school.
Although I was sick, I went to school. Good sentence. Ding Lam.
Although it's sunlight in summer, but I still want to work out every morning.
Okay. Leduk ang. Although.
Although although I was eating, but cái gì? Oh, no, wait. Although having an online class, I still eating while having it. Yeah, does that count?
Although I had an online class, I was still doing what, Leduk?
Eating at the
I
same
was
time.
still eating. Okay, that's fine. Phong Duk ang.
Although it is raining, we are still playing football outside.
Perfect. Jafet.
Yes.
Although.
Although I was hungry, with I still needed to exercise, I guess.
Right. All right. It doesn't have to be that difficult, Jafet. Okay. All right. You can think of 1,000 sentences. All right. Okay. Although I was hungry, I still went jogging. Okay. Although I was hungry, I still waited another hour to eat. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Although I was hungry, I didn't eat extra ice cream. Can be anything. Okay. Just a simple sentence. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Although Chung Hu.
Although it was hot, we still go outside.
Although it was hot, we still went
Oh,
outside.
right.
Okay. Don't need to have go. We still went outside. And Huang Ang.
Oh no, it is 3 a.m. I am still enjoying the Counter-Strike game at my PC.
Okay, very good. Okay, because I won't do because is very easy for you now, but furthermore we will do. All right, furthermore adds extra information. Okay, this is a connecting word you use to add extra information. It's basically a synonym for and. Okay, just a more formal way of saying and. So the example here, the hotel was cheap. Furthermore, it was close to the beach. Okay, I could use and instead of furthermore, but furthermore is just a word that's slightly more formal. Okay, start this time with Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
Yes.
Okay, furthermore, Ding Lam, furthermore, this one. So remember, Ding Lam, everyone should be ready for this. And furthermore is just the same as using and. Okay? Can you think of a sentence, Ding Lam?
The one bicycle.
Sorry, Ding Lam, I'll come back to you. I can't hear you very clearly. Kiam.
Yes, teacher.
Furthermore, Kiam.
Do I read
No,
the
just give me your sentence,
oh
okay? Please, everyone, be ready with your sentence. You should be ready. You know the next word after this is going to be meanwhile, so you should be getting prepared for that as well. Okay, Kim.
the apartment was really wide. Furthermore, it has basic furniture in it.
Okay, good. Nok ang.
I like playing games with the mouse. I like reading books.
Okay, good. All right, very simple, everyone. Furthermore is just a synonym for and. Okay, this should be really easy for you. Ding Lam, have you thought of one yet?
Yes,
Okay, Ding Lam, furthermore.
but the food is so terrible. Taste furthermore it take a long time to make it.
Okay, that's fine. Huang Ang. Huang Ang.
My room is really hot. Furthermore, I am not even allowed to turn on the air conditioner just to the fans.
Okay. That's probably a better one to use with however, but that's okay, Huang Ang. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Chung Hu.
Um, the house was cheap. Furthermore, it was close to my school.
Good. Jafet.
I have a homework to do. Furthermore, I also have a what a household chores.
Okay, good. I have homework to do. Furthermore, I have household chores to do as well. Is better. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I have homework to do. Furthermore, I have homework to do as well. Is a better sentence. Phong Dok Ang.
Egg has a cheap price in Vietnam. Furthermore, it is good for cardiovascular patients.
Perfect. Ledok Ang.
What? Meanwhile,
No. Furthermore.
didn't I do furthermore?
No.
No. Um,
You did last week, but not this week.
wait. What I was reading a math book. Furthermore, I learned some new piece of knowledge. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So while you're there, okay, Ledok Ang, I'll get you to do meanwhile as well, okay? So everyone, meanwhile just shows two things happening at the same time. For example, he cooked dinner, meanwhile she cleaned the table, okay? Two things that are happening at the same time. Ledok Ang?
I was washing dishes yesterday while meanwhile my mom sleeping was sleeping.
Good. Meanwhile, my mum was sleeping, is correct. Fung Dok Ang?
Uh, I I am playing football outside. Meanwhile, my teacher still teaching my cousin.
Good. Nok Ang?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nok Ang?
My dad is playing his phone while my
Meanwhile,
meanwhile my mom is cooking dinner.
okay, that's fine. Remember, meanwhile, you just use it to show two things that are happening at the same time, okay? Meanwhile, Kim,
Yes, teacher.
meanwhile,
Um, I am studying online classes. Meanwhile, my brother is sleeping right now.
perfect. Ding Lam,
That's I was joking around the lake Meanwhile, my friend had a good grade in his bag.
Okay. Huang Ang.
Right. Mean Meanwhile, I am having a Lego gun on my body right now. I was still freaked out because I'm scared of dark and ghosts.
Right. Okay. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
Mm, my sis doing her homework. Meanwhile, I cook dinner.
Okay. And Jafet.
I was learning English while my mom washed the clothes.
Okay. Meanwhile, Jafet. Okay.
Yes.
I think you said while. Need to say meanwhile. Okay, Jafet?
Yes.
All right. Good, everyone. So I'll find some new connecting words next week for us to practice. And again, why are we doing this? Because connecting words help us make complex sentences. Complex sentences will get you a better score. Are there any questions? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll just stop this share and I'll start another share. Okay, this time we're going to just listen to a couple of answers by a Band 8 student. Student who got Band 8 in the Ielts test. I have asked, I'm sure, all of you this question sometime. Okay, let's have a listen to how a Band 8 student answers. It's not just the words we are listening for, by the way, it's whether he is fluent or not, okay, and how confident he is. So everyone, have a listen to this.
Honestly, I've structured my life for it to revolve around my passion, which is YouTube. So I don't necessarily have free time. And when I have free time, I do something, but I justify doing it by connecting it to YouTube. So, for example, if I were to watch a TV show, I would try to say, okay, I'm doing this because this is going to teach me how to make better videos. So you might call me a boring person, you know? But yeah, other than that, I really prioritize my health. So I like to kind of obsess over things when it comes to diet or optimizing my supplementation or even going to the gym and exercising.
Do you prefer?
Okay, so everyone, he has a good vocabulary. He maybe used some words there that you are not so familiar with. Huang Ang, Huang Ang.
Yes.
What was wrong with his answer? There's one thing that's wrong with it. What is wrong? What was wrong with that answer?
I couldn't think about it. I thought it was perfect.
Okay, all right. Nok Ang.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think? There was one thing I think is not good about his answer. Can you guess what it is?
I don't know.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And Fat, Jafat.
Yes.
Can you think of anything that wasn't right with his answer?
I think like he was saying so, but like he was saying bad, so he changes to yeah. That's kind of mistake when he put two of them in a sentence.
Maybe. The main reason, everyone, it's too long. Okay, this is a part one question. Remember, 2 or 3 sentences. Okay, it was a little bit too long. Too much detail. Too much detail. Remember, part one questions, they are there to help you, first of all, warm up, okay? Just get used to speaking, all right? And also just to answer some easy, simple questions about yourself. Okay, what do you do in your free time? He basically talked about his passion is for YouTube. So everything he likes to do revolves around YouTube. But then he also went on to talk about health and fitness and things like that. So too much information doesn't need to do that. Okay, so remember when you're answering part one questions, just need to do 2 or 3 sentences. On the other hand, yes, he had a good vocabulary, and yes, he gave an example. Okay, let's have another listen to one of his questions. Hope you can see this question. Do you prefer to be alone during your free time or with other people? Let's see what he says.
Prefer to be alone during your free time or with other people?
It depends, but I think I would like to spend more time with friends when I'm free. I tend to get a lot of energy through conversation and laughter.
Okay, that is a good answer now. All right, 2 or 3 sentences. All he needs to say. All he needs to say. Phong Duc Ang, Phong Duc Ang. In your free time, Phong Duc Ang, do you prefer to be alone or spend it with other people?
It depends, but I prefer have my free time alone. Because if these days I have enough social communication, I would rather to um, make a private space for myself than uh, hanging out with my friends.
Okay, good. Good, Phong Duc Ang. Good length answer. Good vocabulary. Le Duc Ang,
Yes.
in your free time, would you rather be alone or spend it with other people?
In my free time, I personally do the leisure activities or recreational activities myself. But if I have friends, I can probably play games with them. And
Okay, that's fine. That's probably all you need to say. Okay?
this is
Phong
part
Duc
one.
Ang? Yeah, part one. These are all
part
part one questions, okay? So just 2 or 3 sentences is all you need. And remember, I've said this a lot of times, I will keep saying it, KIS, KISS, keep it simple, okay? Don't need to be complicated. Just give a simple answer, just like you would to if one of your friends or one of your family asked you the same question. Just needs to be a simple answer. Don't need to make it complicated for the test. Remember, the test is about communication, okay, not about being complicated. Okay, let's listen to what else he does.
Whereas I would choose to stay alone when I'm working.
What do you do to keep fit? Just jumping in to give you
Hang
our
on.
free gift. We analyzed
Go past this.
I work out around 4 times a week. I used to work out a lot more regularly, but now with my schedule with shoots, especially overnight ones, and YouTube videos, it's become a bit more difficult. But I mostly want or try to go to the gym because I want to stay healthy as opposed to building what people would say an attractive body.
Right. Okay. That's not a bad answer. Again, you can see why he got band 8, okay? He's using very good vocabulary, not making many mistakes, even though I think his answers are still a little bit long. Nok ang, nok ang. Nok ang, oi. Kim,
Yes, teacher.
what do you do to stay fit, Kim?
Well, I usually sometimes work out at homes by where I usually just do sit up, push up, and maybe pull the bars because well, I don't really have the money to afford a gym membership.
Aha, okay. I don't really have the money to afford a gym membership.
Gym membership.
Do you know this word? Membership. Membership.
Yeah, I remember it, but
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of
Okay, so
forgot.
all right, that's okay. That's why you are here to practice. So the collocation is gym membership. Okay, if you have a membership of something, it means you are allowed to join that club. Okay, so that is the
Okay.
word, gym membership. All right, that that answer now is long enough, Kim. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So I usually work out at home. I do sit ups, push ups. I use the bars maybe to do some pull ups. I don't really have the money to have a gym membership. Does that make sense, Kim?
Yes.
That's all you have to say. Ding Lam,
That's
what do you do to stay fit, Ding Lam?
uh, I'm I'm usually go to the gym morning every morning because I just lost my uh, belly fat belly fat yeah. And I go gym with my friend. It's that it will get small
Okay, thank you, Ding Lam. That is long enough. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Nok Ang.
Uh,
Can you hear me, Nok Ang?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, looking at the picture of the student on the screen, Nok Ang, what is he doing?
Is mine?
He's smiling. Okay, remember everyone, it is okay during these tests to smile and laugh. Okay, if it feels natural. All right, you are welcome to smile and laugh because that is part of normal communication. Okay, and he's smiling. Okay, because he's talking about having an attractive body, but he's sort of making a joke about it. All right, he's saying, I go to the gym, I want to stay fit, not to make an attractive body. Does that make sense, Nok Ang?
Yes.
So he's making a little bit of a joke. So, Nok Ang, what do you do to stay fit?
To stay fit, I usually running around like around my neighbor for I don't know how many kilometers. I just run until I feel tired and then I walk for a while around to buy something to eat and then I walk back home.
Okay, that's pretty good. The only thing missing, how many times a week do you do this, Nok Ang? How many times?
I like sometimes not really, about 2 or 3, maybe until 4 weeks.
Okay, so just say that, okay? So
Mm.
just say 2 or 3 times a week, I go for a run around my neighborhood. Okay?
Okay.
All right? I don't know how long I run for. I just run till I get tired and then I go get something to eat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, that's what you need to say. All right, everyone, let's keep listening, see what else he does. But notice, everyone, he smiles. He makes a sort of joke, okay, about going to the gym to get fit, not just to get an attractive body. All right? Again, this is just good communication.
So I prioritize being healthy and as healthy as possible.
Did you have different hobbies when you were a child?
Yeah, for sure. I play the guitar, piano.
Okay, this is just another way of speaking, which is good communication. Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. Means yes, definitely. Yes, I did. Yes, for sure.
Piano. I used to make short films as a child, and yeah, those are the main ones. I forgot to say that I like learning languages on my free time now. So now I'm learning Russian, for example.
Let's talk about travel.
Okay, he has a very busy free time. Huang Ang,
Yes.
did you have different hobbies when you were a child?
This was quite difficult to say, but I think my hobby stay at me when I grew up. For example, the I used to have some Lego pieces, and now I still does. Uh, but there's also some has changed as well.
Okay, good. Good length answer. Okay. Chung Hu,
Yeah.
did you have different hobbies when you were a child?
Uh, I don't remember much about my child for some reason, but like I remember there was the time I went to riding my bicycle and take and rolling around town for absolutely no reason, just hanging around with friends and all. Let's see, how long do you think? Like 10, 10 years ago? Yeah. That's like over 10 years ago, this I did that. Most, I don't do it much anymore because of study, exam, and other stuff, but it still helps. But it still give me a lot of memory from that.
Okay,
That
that's Chung Hu. That's pretty good. Okay, but remember, not too long, Chung Hu. Okay,
right.
this is just part one, only 2 or 3 sentences. Jafat,
Yes.
did you have different hobbies when you were a child?
Well, like in my childhood, my dad registers for me like to go in a lot of class. So I know a lot of hobby, just like playing a guitar, um, playing drums, and draw drawing.
Okay. You said when you were young, your dad registered you to go in a lot of classes. Okay, Jafet? Remember plural. Classes, classes, classes. All right, but the rest of that was fine. Okay, everyone, we'll continue with more speaking next time, but please remember, okay, for part 1, 2, or 3 sentences, all right? And again, just keeping it simple. Doesn't have to be anything too complicated. The guy we've just been listening to, he got a band 8 because of his vocabulary, but his answers, they could have been shorter, I think. And he still would have got band 8 for keeping his answers shorter. The main thing was for him, he didn't make any mistakes. All right. For the rest of the class, going to do writing. Where are we? Okay. All right, share this with you now. For those of you who missed last week, okay, last week we did this part 1 table. This is writing part 1, by the way. This obviously is a table looking at the amount of waste that 6 different countries produced over a 20-year period. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, just very quickly, going to go through those people who were here last week, wrote the detail paragraphs for me. I'm just going to go very quickly through each of you, just correcting your work, but just very fast. So, Phong Dok Ang,
Yes,
can you see your writing, Phong Dok Ang?
again.
Okay, good. So, pretty much everyone got the main idea, but most people's answers, such as yours, Phong Dok Ang, are a little bit too long, a little bit too complicated, okay? I will show you shortly how to make it more simple. In the meantime, I'll just correct some of your grammar, okay? All right, so you've got in 1980, Ireland started at 0.6 million tons, Portugal started at 2. However, they both reached, this part is fine, over doubled for Portugal is not correct, okay, Phong Dok Ang? Instead, you should say something like double the amount for Portugal, not over doubled. Doesn't make sense, okay? Can you hear me, Phung Dok Ang?
Yeah, I can, but I
Okay.
think
So not over doubled. Over doubled doesn't make sense. Okay. This sentence, you would say Japan's waste production dramatically increased. Okay. Put dramatically increased in here. Okay.
yes.
Okay. This part is not good English. In terms of dramatically increase. Okay. It's not quite correct. Just best to say Japan's waste production dramatically increased from 28 to 53 million. Okay. This word is fine, Phung Duk Ang. This is good. This is a good sentence, Phung Duk Ang, this sentence. Okay. And this one, Korea did the reverse thing. Again, I know what you mean, but it's not good English. Okay. You would best to say the reverse or opposite happened with Korea. Okay? Does that make sense? The reverse or opposite happened with Korea is a better way of expressing that. Any questions, Phung Dok Ang?
Yeah. If I have to describe something that nearly double, so I can use over double.
Yeah, over double isn't a correct English phrase, okay? It's not a collocation. You just say doubled. You don't say over doubled. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, but not over doubled.
Okay.
All right, you would have to write this I know what you were trying to say, need to write it a slightly different way. So you would say more than doubled. All right? Okay, more than doubled, not over doubled. More than doubled.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Ledok Ang.
Yes.
Okay, can you see your writing, Ledok Ang?
Yes.
Okay, firstly, the US had double the amount of waste. Okay?
Yes.
Is a better way of saying this. Firstly, the US had double the amount of waste from 1990 to whenever.
2000.
2000.
Yeah.
All
I
right?
think
Is
I
a better
typed it
way of
wrong.
saying that. Yeah. Okay? This one here, this collocation years doesn't need an S. Okay? 10-year period. Okay?
Okay.
Poland and Portugal only, not received, only had. Has to be had, okay? All right, not received. Received is not the correct word. Okay, the sentence is correct, Ledokang. That's fine. Ireland had almost tenfold their waste. Again, I know what you're trying to say. That's not quite correct. All right? Ireland had almost 10 times. Does that make sense?
10 times what?
10 times their waste compared to the 1980s. Okay?
I can't use tenfold.
Not in this sentence. Tenfold is a word, but the way you have structured this sentence, 10 times makes sense. Okay? You would have to say, if you wanted to use tenfold, Ireland increased their waste almost tenfold compared to the 1980s. Okay? Ireland increased their waste almost tenfold. So we'd have to put those words in here instead of had. Does that make sense? Ledok Ang?
Yes.
Okay. Ireland increased their waste almost tenfold is how you would have to structure that phrase. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Not had almost tenfold. Doesn't make sense. Ireland increased their waste almost tenfold. Any questions, Ledok Ang?
No.
Okay. Good. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
All right, this is not too bad, Chung Hu. Just please remember, you make this mistake quite often. Have to write in past tense, okay?
Oh,
So this one here should be produced, of course. In 1980, Ireland produced. Has to be past tense all the time. Okay, thank you, Chung Hu. Nok Ang.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
you have the right. Can you see your writing, Nok Ang?
Yes.
Okay, you have the right idea, but you are making it a little bit too complicated. Okay, I will show you in a moment how to make it less complicated. For these, you don't need to look at exactly every country in detail. Okay, all right. You've gone through every country and described exactly what they did in detail. All right. You don't really have time to do this in the test. All right. So you have to very quickly summarize. All right. So, for example, this bit is okay. In 1980, the US recorded the largest amounts of waste production, okay, rising to 192 million tons. All right. Japan also increased. Poland experienced a slight increase. You don't need to give numbers for everything all the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just as long as you are describing whether it went up or down. Again, I'll show you in a moment how to do a simple version of this. And Jafet.
Yes.
I think I talked to you last week, Jafet, about how to actually do this. Okay? All right. So, everyone, looking at a very quick sample answer to this table. Here are my detail paragraphs. You can see Nok Ang,
Yeah.
okay, how short it is compared to yours, okay?
Okay.
All right? All right, you don't need to write this much detail, okay, Nok Ang? You
Okay.
can write it quite short. You can see, Nok Ang, in my first detail paragraph, Nok Ang, how many sentences?
Just two.
Correct. That's all you need, okay?
Yeah.
2 sentences. And Nok Ang, looking at my next detail paragraph, how many sentences?
Just one.
Just one. That's all I need, okay? That's all you need to do, okay? So, everyone, hopefully you can see how I have given some detail, but I am also summarizing the results. Okay. Kiam.
Yes, teacher.
All right, Kiam, have I shown you this before? How to do part 1?
I think you haven't shown me yet.
Not much. Okay, all right. I'll keep showing you as we go on to the next exercise. But you can see here for a part 1 IELTS answer, how many paragraphs? Kiam, how many paragraphs?
I see 4 paragraphs.
Correct. There are always 4 paragraphs. Okay, Kiam? Always.
Yes.
4 paragraphs. First paragraph is always a paraphrase of, sorry, I have to go right the way back up here, a paraphrase of the topic statement, okay?
Yes, okay.
So the first sentence here, this is called the topic statement, all right? The first paragraph of your answer is always a paraphrase of that, writing the same thing but using different words.
Yeah.
Okay? Second is always an overview, okay, where you give a brief summary. You can see I've only written 2 sentences here. You give a brief summary of the main points of the graph, chart, or table, okay?
Okay.
Okay, then the other 2 paragraphs are what are called the detail paragraphs, where you summarize, you look at some of the results in detail.
Yes.
All right, does that make sense, Kiam?
Yes, it makes
All
a
right.
lot of sense.
Okay, this is just giving you a quick introduction. We'll look at this more in the next exercise. All right, Jafet.
Yes.
Can you please read my detailed paragraph 1 out aloud, please? Just read it.
Okay. The US and Japan produced the most waste, which rose significantly from 131 and 28 million tons, respectively, in 1980 to 192 and 53 million tons in 2000. In contrast, the waste production in Korea declined dramatically by just over 10 to 19 million tons in 2000.
Okay, thank you, Jafet. All right, so you can see, I hope everyone, that I have just summarized the numbers. All right, I haven't written down like Nok Ang did all the numbers for the US and then all the numbers for Japan, okay, and then all the numbers for Korea for the whole table. I've just summarized them. Firstly, the things to notice are the adverbs I've used. All right, and the adjectives. You should all know these by now. Rose significantly, rose dramatically, rose steeply. All right, significantly, dramatically, steeply. These are all words you must know. Okay, because these are adverbs that you need to know to describe how much things have changed. All right? Significantly, dramatically, steeply means something has changed a lot. If you use a word like gradually, means it hasn't changed very much. But you must know these words so you can describe changes, because graphs, charts, and tables, that's all they are about, looking for changes and using the best words to describe them. So you must know all these adverbs, verbs. All right. Fong Dok Ang.
Yes.
You can see how I've used the word respectively here.
Yeah.
Have you seen this before, Fong Dok Ang, this word, respectively?
Yeah, I have seen and I recently used it.
Good. Okay, you know how to use it. That's great. Nok Ang.
Yes.
Do you know how to use this word here, respectively? Nok Ang.
No, I haven't.
Okay, good. I'll show you now, okay, because it is a very useful shortcut. All right? Okay, so you can see here I've got the US and Japan produce the most waste, okay, which rose significantly from 131 and 28 million tons, respectively. If I use this word here, respectively, okay, it shows that 131 million tons belongs to the US, okay, and 28 million tons belongs to Japan. All right? It means I don't need to write out the US and Japan again in this sentence. All right? I only need to use the countries' names once. All right? And then because 131 and 28 respectively means that 131 belongs to the US, 28 million belongs to Japan. Does that make sense? Because I just used the word respectively, it means those numbers in that order belong to these countries in that order. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. If you use the word respectively, okay, after you've used numbers means the numbers that you have used belong to the previous countries in the order you have used them. Okay. The same thing here, Nok Ang. Okay. 192 and 53 million. Because I've used the word respectively, we know 192 belongs to the US. Okay. And 53 belongs to Japan. Does that make sense, Nok Ang?
Yes.
Okay. If you are not sure, please look up for more examples online, okay? If you are still a little bit confused. Okay. Ding lam. Ding lam.
Yes.
You will see here I've used a couple of connecting phrases, Ding lam. Here is the first one. All right? Can you see it, Ding lam?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, in contrast, okay, I use this when I want to compare. All right, so US and Japan produce the most waste. In contrast, all right, Korea, all right, declined dramatically. All right, so I use in contrast when I want to compare two things, which in graphs, tables, and charts, you have to do a lot. All right, so please remember how to use these joining words, just like we did when we were talking before. All right, these linking words, these linking phrases. In contrast, you use when you want to compare. And here's another one, ding lam.
Yes.
This one here, whereas. Can you say that, please, ding lam? Whereas. Whereas. Ding lam?
Whereas.
Whereas. Okay. Again, it's just a word you use to compare. Okay.
Yes.
I urge you use, but again, everyone, you must be familiar. If you are not sure about these, please look them up when you have some free time. How to use these linking words. Most of you should be familiar with these words by now. So, the main things to look at, detailed paragraphs, only 2 sentences each. In this paragraph, I've only managed to do 1 sentence, which is okay because I can still summarize the main changes. You need to remember your adverbs and adjectives. Words like significantly, dramatically, steeply, to describe fast or sudden or big changes. Gradually, to describe slow changes. Slowly, to describe slow changes. All right? We've been through all these adverbs, adjectives before, so those are the ones you need to know. So, are there any questions about any of that? Again, I emphasize, keep it simple. KIS, everyone. My overview paragraph, just 2 sentences. All right? Looking at the main highlights of the table. And my detailed paragraphs, again, very simple. No numbers. You will notice in the overview paragraph, numbers only in the detail paragraph. All right, that might be a lot of information for some of you to take in. We'll practice again on this one. Okay. Leduk Ang.
Yes.
Okay, Leduk Ang, can you please read exercise 2 for me?
Exercise 2. The table shows the percentage of adults in urban and rural areas who took part in 4 free time activities in 1990 and 2010. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. Yeah. Write at least 150 words.
Okay, good. So everyone remember, this bit in part 1 is always the same for every question. Okay, always the same. Where relevant just means where useful. Make comparisons where they are useful to point out a comparison. So, this is the topic statement. First thing we have to do, of course, using the POT structure, paraphrase, overview, and 2 detailed paragraphs, is to do the paraphrase. We'll do that in just a moment, but just looking at this word here, urban. Huang Ang,
Yes.
Can you give me a synonym for urban, please?
Um, urban, urban. Maybe you could say compare word like modern cities.
Even simpler than that. And you actually said the word, Wang Ang. Urban means, what's the word beginning with C? C?
Well, city.
Correct. Urban areas are city areas. Okay, urban and city are synonyms. Thank you, Huang Ang. Chung Hu,
Yeah.
can you give me a synonym for rural, please? Rural. Rural. So, city is a synonym for urban.
Countryside.
Country. Very good. Country areas. Okay, rural and country mean the same. Remember, when you are doing paraphrases, the simplest way to do it is just to use some synonyms. But to get a better score, you need to maybe change the structure and change some of the words. That is to get a 7. All right. But if you want to use just synonyms, you can get a 6 if you use them correctly. Okay, so looking at this table, you can see here there are 4 different activities. Just to explain a little bit to you, reading is obvious. Animated plays, I think, just means doing some drama or putting on some play, maybe like you do at school sometimes. Playing, not quite sure what they mean by this because they are talking about adults. So for playing, just think of sports, okay? Sports. And photography is taking pictures, of course. Okay, so just quickly looking at the main features of this table. So you're comparing, all right, what percentages of adults in 2 different years, 20 years apart, took part in different activities in city and country areas. Okay. So again, for the overview, you're looking at the main features. The main features. So, Jafet,
Yes.
what was the most popular activity for city people? What was the most popular activity for city people?
I think it is reading.
Is correct. Okay. And that is the same for both years, Jafet?
Yes.
Okay. And what was the most popular activity for country areas?
For country areas, I think it is still reading.
Is correct. Okay. So, did the amount of people who read increase in 2010 or not?
Can you ask again?
Yes. So remember, you're looking for your answer, you're going to have to look at comparing. Okay. So, what is in 2010? Looking at reading, is there any change?
Oh, that's a big, like quite big change. Yeah, like the number increase pretty high.
Okay. And what is a word with beginning with S that you can describe that you can use, to describe the size of this change? What is an adverb beginning with S?
The size?
Yeah. So the size of the change is pretty big, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. As you said, what is an adverb you can use to describe how big this change is? Beginning with the letter S.
Significantly.
Very good, Zafat. Very good. That is the word you need to use, okay?
Yes.
These essays are actually quite simple. All you need to do is just know enough adverbs to describe the changes. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay, good. All right. Looking at the next one. Kiam.
Yes, teacher.
Animated plays, Kiam. Looking at the second column, okay?
Yeah.
animated plays. Between 1990 and 2010, the number of people taking part in animated plays, did it change?
Well, for urban people, it quite haven't changed at all. But
Okay. Yeah, for rural people.
for rural people, it has slightly decreased in animated plays.
Okay, good. So already you have used two good phrases, which is good, Kiam. Okay, rural, the number of rural people taking part in animated plays decreased. Okay? Decreased is a great word to remember. In 2010, the number of people decreased compared to 1990. And for urban or city people, what happened for animated plays?
It haven't changed at all.
Okay, it remained the same.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Remember, always talking past tense. All right, because of course these years are in the past, so we're always using past tense. So remained the same. Okay, Kiam?
Yeah, okay, teacher.
Okay. Phong Duk Ang. Phong Duk Ang, oi.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at the third activity, which we'll call playing sport. Okay, Phong Duk Ang?
Yes.
Okay. Between 1990 and 2010, what happened to the numbers of people playing sport in urban areas?
They reduce it.
Okay, what is a word beginning with D?
Decline.
Declined, yes, or?
Decrease.
Correct, okay, declined or decreased are both the best words to use, okay? Declined or decreased. What about in rural areas?
They remain.
Remained what?
Remain the percentage.
Remained the same. Okay? Is the collocation to always remember. Okay, Phong Duk Ang?
Okay.
They remained the same. The percentage remained the same. Okay? Nok Ang.
Yes.
Let's look at the last activity, photography. Okay? Photography.
Both.
In what area is photography the most popular? City areas or country areas?
In 1990 is country, but in is country.
Yes.
So-
Okay. All right. So you would say photography in country areas is more popular than city areas. Okay. In 1990, all right, the percentage was 14 and 7 respectively. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm using that word respectively again, just to try and show you how it works. So here's a sentence, Nok Ang, okay? In 1990, photography was more popular in country than city areas, with a percentage of 14 and 7 respectively. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That is how you use the word respectively. So I don't need to repeat rural and urban or city and country again, okay? I just use the word respectively to save me doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the change between 1990 and 2010 with photography, Nok Ang? What changed?
Both of them increased
Good. Increased. Okay. Increased.
10%.
Okay. Did they increase by much?
10%. Yes.
Yes, they did. So, what is a word beginning with D you could use to describe the size of the increase? So increased quite a lot, didn't they? Went from 7 to 17, which is more than double. Okay. Okay. Phung Duk Ang, that was the word I think you were talking about before.
Dramatically.
Very good. Dramatically. Dramatically. Okay. Not Ang, dramatically is the adverb. We could also use significantly. We could also use steeply. Okay, Nok Ang?
Okay.
All right. So those are the words you have to remember when you're describing the size of changes. Okay. So hopefully this table makes sense to you. What I want you all to do now, please, is just do for me the detail paragraphs. Okay, in chat, everyone. Oh, no, actually, maybe I'll do this next time. Sorry, changed my mind. I'll start off at the beginning. Sorry, maybe a bit unfair to get you to do the detail paragraphs first. So the first thing, everyone, because it will probably just take the rest of the lesson, all right, paraphrase. So Japhet and Jakim, we do 4 paragraphs, okay, always in a part 1 essay, 4 paragraphs, okay? First paragraph is always a paraphrase of the topic statement. This is the topic statement. Does that make sense, Japhet?
Yes.
Okay, Kiam, does that make sense to you?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, you need to paraphrase this. And remember the 3 main ways of paraphrasing. 1, use synonyms. Okay. 2, use different forms of the words. 3, change the whole structure of the sentence if you can, as long as it means exactly the same. So everyone, please in chat, send me your paraphrase. I've already given you 2 synonyms that you can use. City and urban mean the same. Rural and country mean the same. So there are 2 synonyms you can use already. So everyone in chat, just the paraphrase, okay? It's all I want you to do. Japhet and Jakim,
Yes.
you can see I've sent you in chat, okay, an acronym that will help you remember the structure of your answer. Can you see it, Kiam?
Yes, I can see.
Okay. Fat, can you see it?
Teacher, you mean country, like countryside, the rural synonym
Rural
for
and rural and country mean the same.
countryside or country?
Country. If you are
What?
going to use the word areas, you would just use country, okay?
Okay.
But countryside also will replace areas. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so you can say country areas or countryside and miss out areas. Either one is fine. Either one is correct. Japhet.
Yes.
Okay, you can see I've sent you in chat POT. Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so Japhet, Jakim, this is the acronym for the structure of your 4 paragraphs. The P stands for paraphrase, which is your first paragraph. The O stands for overview, which is the second paragraph, which is where you summarize the main features of the graph or table. And the T stands for 2 detail paragraphs. These are paragraphs 3 and 4, where you describe in detail what some of the things that are happening in the table. Kiam, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Jafet, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So POT are the letters or the acronym we remember for the structure of any Part 1 essay. Any Part 1 essay, use the structure POT. Paraphrase, overview, 2 detailed paragraphs. Okay, that gives you your 4 paragraphs. Please tell me if that doesn't make sense. Okay, thank you to everyone who has already sent me their paraphrase. Huang Ang. Huang Ang. Huang Ang oi.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Okay. Grown humans. It's very creative. Okay, but not really a good synonym. I'm sorry. Okay, grown humans. You are trying. Yeah, that is trying too hard. I would just stay with older people might be better. Okay. Okay, Huang Ang.
All right.
Okay, I don't want to correct your creativity. Okay, that's very creative, very good. But I think older people is better than more, just a better way use of English than grown humans. Okay, for this, grown humans is not incorrect. Okay. But in English, it just sounds a bit weird. Does that make sense, Wang Ang?
All right.
Okay, just sounds a bit weird. Okay, older people might be better. But apart from that, Wang Ang,
Yeah.
that is at least a band 8 paraphrase. Okay, band 8 for that. Excellent. Rest of it is perfect. Nok Ang.
Yes.
Not bad, Nok Ang. Not bad. The only thing I would change, Nok Ang,
Yeah.
okay, all right, is, so first of all, Nok Ang, your English is all perfect, okay, great, all right. I think for this you would get a 7, Nok Ang, all right, okay. The only thing that would make it go to an 8, instead of saying illustrates the percentage, I could say something like illustrates how many.
How many?
Okay.
Okay.
Instead of saying the percentage, means the same, doesn't it?
Okay.
Illustrates how many adults, illustrates the percentage of adults, means the same thing, pretty much. Okay. All right. So that just gives you one extra synonym to help you get a higher score. Okay. But the rest of it is great. So band 7 for you, Nok Ang. Okay.
Okay.
Good. All right, the rest of you, thank you for sending your paraphrase. I will spend the rest of the lesson checking. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Chung Hu, oi, okay. Demonstrates, Chung Hu, good word, has to have an S on the end. Please remember, okay?
Well.
The table below demonstrates, must be an S, okay? Instead of saying the percentage, you could say how many, okay? How many, all right?
All right.
All right. Percentage and how many mean the same thing. Just be careful with your spelling, Chung Hu. Country has an N, okay?
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
instead of saying took part, Chung Hu, what's a word that begins with P? Can you think of it?
Participate, yeah.
Correct. Very good, Chang Yu. So please use that, okay? Okay.
Right. I
So
just
remember
not really sure about that, so I took
okay.
part just in case.
Okay. All right. But remember, the more changes you can do, the better, Chang Yu, okay?
Oh, right.
And participated is an easy change for took part, okay? And free time activities. Free time activities. What's the word beginning with H, Chung Hu? H-O, instead of free time activities? Yes,
Hobby?
correct.
Wait,
Hobbies. Hobbies. Hobbies.
Oh.
Okay? So you need a few more synonyms to get a 7, okay, Chung Hu?
Okay.
Like I've just shown you. Okay, good. Oh, Fu Kwang, didn't realize you joined, Fu Kwang. How are you? Kwang. Oi.
Quang ơi, con trả lời thầy Quang ơi.
Okay, I'll come back to him. Ding Lam.
Yes.
Okay, Ding Lam, remember, please begin your sentence with a capital T, okay? Okay, Ding Lam?
I just remember again.
Okay, needs to begin with a capital T. Gives information, okay, good. All right. About the ratio of adults, all right, has to have an S on the end, okay? Adults is plural. All right.
S.
Yeah, you forgot the S. Took part, Ding Lam. What is a word beginning with P that means to take part?
Practice.
Yes, participated. Okay. All right. So you can use that. All right. Instead of took part. Okay. Participated is a great formal synonym. Okay. All right. And just careful of your words, Ding Lam. You've got 4 different activities. What should the word difference be, Ding Lam? Different with a T. Okay. Okay, Ding Lam. Sorry, Ding Lam, a little bit hard to hear. I hope you could hear that.
Trả lời con ơi.
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, Jafet.
Yes.
The proportion of grown-ups. Yeah.
I searched it online. Yeah.
Right, I see.
Other
Yeah.
synonym.
Right. Hard to find a good synonym for adults. I would probably just keep adults, okay?
Okay.
You don't have to change every word, okay?
Yes, I know it.
Yeah, grown-ups is, yeah, you could use grown-ups. If you're going to use it, it has an S on the end. Okay, Jafet?
Okay.
Grown-ups in city and country have to have areas. Okay, city and country areas.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Who participated in 4 leisure time activities? The rest of it is fine, Jafet. Good. You have the right idea. That's good, Jafet. I'd say that's pretty close to a 7, Jafet. Good.
Thanks.
All right, Fung Duk Ang.
Yeah.
Okay, Fung Duk Ang, just not, that is really good, except for particularly, Fung Duk Ang, okay?
What's wrong with particularly?
You don't need particularly at all, okay? Particularly implies there are other areas as well, if you use the word particularly, okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right, particularly, does that make sense, Fung Duk Ang? If you say particularly in city and country areas, what other sort of areas are there? I don't know. Under the sea, outer space. All right.
Yeah,
That's what the
particularly,
word particularly is suggesting. Does that make sense?
yeah, I thought particularly is emphasizing something.
It does. Yes, it does. It does emphasize it. But in this case, you don't need to, all right? Because they're only talking about country and city areas, all right?
Yeah.
All right. They are the only two things that are mentioned. So you don't need to emphasize them. All right.
Yeah.
You would only need to emphasize them if it also referred to some other sort of areas. Okay. Which it doesn't. Okay. Otherwise, Fong Dok Ang, that would be band 8 for you as well. Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So just don't need to say particularly. But the way you have restructured the sentence, Fong Dok Ang, is great. All right.
Yeah.
It's really good. So just that word particularly, all right, is just makes it a little bit incorrect. Okay. All right, Kim.
Yes, teacher.
That's pretty good, Kim. Just one thing, remember, it's past tense. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So what should take be? What is past tense of take?
Took.
Correct. Okay. Always remember past tense for these exercises. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And also took part. What is a synonym you could use for that? Begins with the letter P, Kiam?
Like participate.
Is correct. Participated in. All right?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Instead of using take part. That would help you get a better score. Okay, Kiam?
Yes.
But the rest of it is pretty good. Good. Ding Lam.
Yes.
Okay, same for you, Ding Lam. Just looking at what you've done, the ratio of city, country, participate, four different. Okay, different. Remember, it needs a T. It's not difference. Different, Ding Lam. Okay, different. All right, Laduk Ang.
Yes, sir.
The table demonstrates the proportion of adults in cities and countrysides. Took part in 4 leisure activities, categorized. Not quite correct, Laduk Ang. Okay, first thing is cities and the countryside. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay? You can't have city sides. All right?
Oh yeah, I forgot to paraphrase the
Yes. In cities and
areas.
so the correction would be cities and the countryside. Okay?
The countryside.
Yes.
Don't have the space between the countryside, right?
No. And
Oh.
you need to have the article in there, the, okay? In cities
Yes, okay.
and the countryside. Okay? That took part in 4
Leisure activity.
4 categorized is in the wrong place. You could say
Categorized in 4 leisure activities.
in
Yeah.
4 categories.
Oh
4
shit.
Okay, 4 categories of leisure activities. Does that make sense?
4 categories in 4
Of.
leisure. Yeah, okay.
4 categories of leisure
Leisure
activities.
activities in 19. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the rest of it is correct. Okay, but good try. Good use of the word categories. That's great. Okay, just the word order is a little bit confused. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Ladokang. All right. Anybody else? I think that is everyone. Okay. Sorry, we've gone a little bit over everyone. Hopefully my suggestions made sense. Anyone has any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, that is the end of the lesson for today. We will continue again next Sunday. For those of you who still have school next week, hope it goes well. All right. I'm sure you are looking forward to having some summer relaxing time. So have a great week, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all again next Sunday. Tam viet, kap lai sao, everyone. Bye-bye.